Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to an awesome start today. It's fabulous to see you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And I'm going to begin with an apology right out of the gate. And anyone who's been part of this community over the last few years, I've probably done 10, 20, maybe even 30 videos on the power of happiness and the pursuit of happiness and how cool happiness is. And I do think happiness is cool, but I'm learning something these days based on the latest science using functional MRIs on the great big difference between happiness and joy. Now, you may be going, you know what? I'm cool with happiness, and you know what? So am I. But here's what we know about happiness and why it seems to be somewhat elusive these days for more and more people who are in the spiritual world and who are working on the spiritual plane and interested in that deep dedication to a practice of, I'm going to call it heart-centered personal development. So here's how it works. So what we know is that when we look at functional MRIs, and let's say we have somebody looking at something that, oh my gosh, I just got acknowledged, or oh my goodness, I just won something, or wow, I just got a bonus of some cash. Well, you know what? It's those kinds of experiences that light up the happiness centers in our brain, and that is amazing. But, here's the but, and I've been using some butt reduction with all the different things I've talked about in the last 4 years around happiness. But here's what's interesting. When those things are not happening outside of us, we don't get those centers of our brain to light up. That's what's interesting. But, there's a great big but. So here's what's really cool. When we are building joy, and here's what I mean about building joy. When we are present, when we are doing things for self-efficacy, literally witnessing ourselves, following through, living up to our intention and our character, and making our integrity solid by honoring ourselves, not giving our power away, literally doing the internal work. The internal work is joy. When we can be in that space of purpose, we can be in that space of meaning, when we're doing something for a loved one. And it really isn't about whether or not the outer experience is there at all. It's just us knowing that we are honoring our heart's calling. What we know when we're doing that, like people literally, they're laying down, the functional MRI is going on, and they're being asked to visualize living up to their purpose. They're being asked to visualize loving somebody without conditions and without doing it in a way that they're getting something in return. The joy centers light up. And they're so much bigger, they're so much more powerful, they're more anti-inflammatory, they're more anti-aging. There's so much more going on with joy than there is with happiness. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't pursue happiness and enjoy happiness. I love the things that are associated with happiness that are happening outside. When they come up, I'm like, wow. But have you ever found yourself wanting someone to do something, wanting something to happen, and you held your happiness hostage and waited until, if or well, that actually ever happened? Did it happen? Did it not happen? And then you responded by being happy or being disappointed. What we know about joy is that it's actually not connected to outer conditions. It's something that's created through living our purpose, through living with integrity, living our character. So, I'm all about both, but I'm going to start working on a deeper mission, really setting the intention to cultivate joy, be much more in alignment with what it means for me to be living inside out versus outside in. I trust you'll join me. It's compelling. It's peaceful. It's a call to inner love and inner action that I believe will sell and tell a beautiful story on the outside. So with that, much love, every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.